Upon seeing the movie, I would no longer get anywhere near water, not even the bathtub. Of course, I did eventually take a bath, but that was under serious protest. I get a kick out of thinking about 4-year-old me giving my parents a hell of a time getting into the tub because Jaws is going to get me. While I eventually grew out of that fear, when we moved to a new house and put it in a pool, I was terrified once again. I would enter the water certain that Jaws was going to come out of the drain at the deep end of the pool and get me. This led to something that nobody could have predicted. Lessons in Faith in Sports. Hardcover. Dust jacket. Spared no expense. I make $5. Link for Amazon is in the description.
We're hanging overtime! We're hanging overtime! We're hanging overtime!
Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go! Go!
Puck drop. And 3, 2, 1.
Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go! Go!
Alright, Panther fans, so here we go. Last game of the homestand before we go out on the road for some games against some teams that we might see later on in the year. Now, Anthony Stolarz is expected to get his 100th game in tonight. He should be on the ice, and I like to see that. Now we've got Saturday and then Monday, Tuesday, so I suppose you're going to see Bubba against the Wings on Saturday and Rangers on Monday, and I think it's the Devils on Tuesday. I believe that's how it goes. But as for this game, I think Gadjevich might be out, supposedly going to be back on Saturday, and Verhaeghe has what was called a minor injury. I don't know if he's in or not. You never know with these things. Maurice could tell you 2 minutes before face-off, and it could change anyway. Now, this has trap game written all over it, except for the fact that we don't do those around here anymore. I love the idea of how Maurice is using the goaltenders, because one thing that you would generally think that would happen is that you get a goaltender on a streak, game 5, game 6, even sometimes game 4. You get into that roll, you get into that grind, then all of a sudden the trap game comes. Well, you can't catch the team mentally off guard if you keep switching the goaltender on them, because teams generally have a habit of playing better in front of the backup goaltender, and Stolarz is no exception. He's been great. The team has been great. Everything is great. We're in first place. The weather's not great, though. We had a beautiful day yesterday, 55, and today I wake up, it's 28 degrees outside in the morning. And I've had about enough of it. So, yeah, that's an entirely different... That's an entirely different situation. But today has been, every year, Kyle and I get to this point, about this time of year, about the end of February, where we just look at the dogs and we're like, the day, like 5 minutes after they're gone, it's like we're just like going to sell everything in the house and go right to Florida. Probably won't work out that way. So, all right, Panthers, don't do anything stupid tonight. You've got some tough games coming up. All right, the Canadiens, that could be one game. Remember the 9-2? What was it, 9-2 we did to the Lightning? As they keep running the water. Every time I'm in here now, they run the water above me. The kitchen is right there. So it is what it is. I shouldn't complain, because she made me a nice steak and green beans, so I'm feeling okay. All right, I'm just going to shut up. I don't know what to talk about. There's nothing to complain about. This is a problem. I don't know. How much praise can I heap on the team? Right? Let's get 2 points. All right, so it's 1-1 after 1. We get a nice early goal from Barkov, the assist from Reinhart, and then we just kind of, I wouldn't say we quit playing, but for about 10 minutes there, we forgot that the Canadiens are an actual NHL team. I know we should win this game. We know that we're better than them. But we gave up a goal. Suzuki gets behind everybody. It looks like Ekblad went off on a change, and Bennett and Forsling just didn't pay attention to anything, and Suzuki gets right behind them and ends up one-on-one on Stolars and puts the puck in the back of the net. And Evans for the Canadiens just took a penalty as time was expiring after the first, so hopefully we'll get one back. We should beat this team. We need to play better than this. I know we're, in quote, coast mode and everything for the playoffs, but don't do anything stupid like giving this team life. Let's move on to the second period. Really? It's 2-2 after 2. Sam Reinhart gets his 40th, gets his 23rd goal on the power play. He finally gets to the 40th, and Stolars makes a hell of a save with a couple seconds left in the period. And you could see that we were kind of getting a little bit loose there at the end of the second period. Stenlund loses the draw. It's a set play, and the puck is in the back of the net past Stolars with 0.7 seconds left, and so it's 2-2. That's the second time that we have had a one-goal lead in this game, and that is the second time that we have immediately started playing like ass as soon as we got the one-goal lead. I understand the idea. Again, I've been talking about it for months. We're conserving our energy, etc. All fine, but we are making this Montreal team look a little bit better than they actually are. And it's okay, because it is what it is. Just don't lose this game. Just don't lose this game. All right? And it would suck to kind of have that streak with the 2 goals or less end here tonight. But let's face it. We're fixing to play the Wings and the Rangers and the Devils. So that streak is probably coming to an end anyway. Finish this up and get the 2.
We are going to overtime! Woo-hoo! We are going to the shootout, and it is my favorite part of the game!
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 points. Wakada! Okay, they won't lose. They won't lose. Even on a night, can we be honest? Let's be honest, okay? They kind of, as poorly as we played for the majority of that game, we kind of deserved to lose that game. We kind of deserved to lose that game. We did not take Montreal all that serious until we absolutely had to, and we come from behind in the third period, and Reinhart gets his second, so he gets a power play goal, and he gets a shorthanded, and then we end up back and forth in overtime. We get to the shootout, and Barkov, Lundell, and Stolars take care of business, and we are now. I know we don't like to talk about this, but right now we are number 1 in the league in the whole thing right now. Now that only matters where you are at the end, right? Because we've been here, done that with the President's Trophy, right? So let's make it. If we could do a President's Trophy sandwich, President's Trophy, lost the cup, and then the President's Trophy with the cup. We'll make a sandwich. We'll make it a sandwich. I'm hungry. We had apple turnovers and ice cream at the second period, and somehow it just made me hungry. All right, so what did we see tonight? We saw mistakes all over the ice. Okay, Ekblad had a couple of mistakes. He played okay, but first period he had a couple mistakes. Our penalty kill we were not working. We were not working. I mean, you could almost see the guys be like, "Oh, come on, quit trying so hard." They wanted Montreal to just come in and kind of lay down, and they didn't, and so they kind of got irritated and had to play and try, because they don't want to lose the last game, to Montreal, and we need to hit the road. This was a good way to hit the road. We won, we got to 2 points, but we didn't play all that well. Let's be honest. And look, Montreal is not like they're a bad team, okay? They just have the misfortune. They just have the misfortune of playing in the Atlantic because look at the teams in the Atlantic. Montreal's not all that bad, so they have a couple of guys. Suzuki's a pain in the ass. Caulfield is a pain in the ass. Monty, a lot of times when we play against Monty, we light him up, but not tonight. He held his own tonight, and very physical game. Chucky, Bennett, definitely though that line was definitely going. I got a little queasy there in overtime though. I'll be honest with you because Chucky with the sternum or whatever went down the other day with his stomach, whatever that was. Chucky diving face first, chest first on the ice to try to get to a stretch passes. Overtime was coming to close. Don't do that, Chucky. Don't do that to me, okay? I got enough anxiety watching you, every move you make and wondering, does that look right? Does that look no? I got enough anxiety and issues with that. The shit I make up in my head. And then I don't need you diving and on purpose. So please, don't do that again. What else did we see? Let's see. He messed with the lines again. Now, I'm not complaining, but he put Reinhart up top, then Verhaeghe, and he put Cousins on the third line. Evan Rodriguez is the best hockey player I've ever seen that absolutely cannot score. It might be a little bit hyperbolic, but you get my point. I mean, the dude does everything, and he gets the shots, and it just won't go in the back of the net because he keeps putting it into the belly of the goaltender. If you could somehow take Lundell's aim and Rodriguez's aim and marry them, you'd have Carter Verhaeghe because Rodriguez right into the belly of the goaltender, and Lundell high and wide, so if you took the high and wide and made it just a little bit lower and not so in the middle, that's Carter Verhaeghe. So you see if does either one of them have like a sister and a brother, so somebody can make a baby and you have all the genes, and then in 25 years that kid is on the Panthers, right? We got to figure that part out. Yeah. So I don't know what I'm talking about. Look, we just keep winning. I started this channel because all it was to do was bitch about the team. I don't know what to do with myself anymore. I come in here every night and we just win. Well, I think it's 22-4-2 is the streak we're on right now. Come on, man. This is the only thing I have to complain about now is that there's nothing to complain about. You don't get any he's trying to talk me into getting pre-game pets, and you didn't play tonight. You didn't play tonight. So we get nice big 2 points, and last year at this point we still weren't sure if we were going to make the playoffs. This year it's dead quiet. And what I mean by it's dead quiet is in my chat, in the comments, online, well, not so much on Twitter. People say dumb things on Twitter. But the smart people that watch my videos and come to the streams, and you guys, everybody is playing it really cool in terms of expectations. And, I mean, we know what we're seeing with this team, right? You know what I mean? But we're the team. We're the ones living it. So we don't want to get too high. We don't want to, Lord knows we don't want to be sitting here talking about, they better win the cup or something like, something like that. Because it's hockey and anything can happen, right? And, as crazy of a road as it was last year, this year's going to be a lot tougher. Because, okay, Boston, first round, 7 games, but we're not, we could, but I don't think we're going to win 8 of the last 9. You know what I mean? We beat Toronto in 5. We swept the Canes. That just, the odds of that happening again in anything close to that fashion are astronomical. So, we only had to go through the one game 7, right? Now, it was 3 elimination games because we were down 1. We were down 3-1. But after Boston, we didn't really face any challenges until until the finals and everything. So everybody just play it cool. I think we all, in the back, deepest, darkest recesses of our mind, we know how this movie should end. Last year's movie was, oh, it's Cinderella, and we all know how this movie should end. It should. But should, woulda, coulda. You know what I mean? So we got to stay healthy, and then we got to play all those games. And, every team, whoever we play, we are going to get their baddest ass, best effort come playoffs. Okay, we're not going to have any gifts like Game 2 against Boston last year, where they just kind of stood around and said, well, shit, I thought these guys were just going to lay down, and we didn't lay down. We're not sneaking up on anybody this year. That's for damn sure. So, all right. I've been standing here talking for, I don't know what. Hey, buy the book, by the way. Lessons in Faith in Sports. It's got naked pictures. Doesn't have naked pictures. It does have pictures. It has a lot of pictures. It's got pictures of me when I was a kid and my grandparents and lots of dog stuff. There's me at 15 years old. That's me at 15. No, that's not my room. That's Brother Gene's room. That's all that cologne. But that's me at 15. Lessons in Faith in Sports. The link is in the description. It's in all the descriptions to the videos. And that's it. I'm a terrible salesman. Buy the book. Please, I need money. I only make $5. I'm sorry it's so expensive. It's crazy. It's $34.95. I make $5 out of that. Amazon's like, yeah, we'll produce your book. It's like, yeah, because they make 10 times what I make. Jeez. All right, I'm going to quit bitching. 2 points.